Hi, I'm Beatrice Chong, here with my groupmates Christine Biligan and Heather Camposano. We are here to present our research on Bahay Nakpil-Bautista.
The Nakpil-Bautista house is located in Quiapo, Manila, which was built in the year 1914 by Arcadio Arellano. The house is also commonly known as Bahay ng mga Katipunero, housing people who have made their name in Philippine history. Some of the prominent names are Gregoria de Jesus, Julio Nakpil, and Dr. Ariston Bautista Lin. Gregoria, the wife of Julio, would keep documents, seals, and secret notes during the days of the Katipunan. She was also known as the Lakambini of the Katipunan Revolutionary Movement and was the first woman to join the Katipunan as a member. She married Julio after the revolution, though she was also married to Andres Bonifacio prior to that. Julio Nakpil is the Filipino musician who taught formal lessons for a short time. He composed a song that was supposedly the first national anthem of the Philippines. However, when Aguinaldo took his position, it was then changed. Dr. Ariston Bautista Nakpil is married to Petrona Nakpil and was a member of the Consultative Assembly and a delegate of the Malolos Congress. He is seen in the painting The Parisian Life by Juan Luna, sitting alongside Jose Rizal and Juan Luna himself, looking at the woman. Juan Nakpil, the son of Gregorio and Julio Nakpil, took civil engineering in America and was a part time pianist. After his studies in engineering, he headed to France to study architecture. He then became one of the national artists for architecture in the Philippines that worked on multiple iconic buildings like the Magsaysay Building, Capitol Theater, Philippine Village Hotel Theater, and many more, even reconstructing the Rizal House in Laguna. The Nakpil-Bautista House is a significant landmark as it housed pioneers of the Katipunan Revolution and its families. Today, it serves as a historic house museum and exhibit about its former residents. And based on the Bahay Nakpil House website, it also functions as a community center in Quiapo for young and upcoming artists who are wanting a Filipino source of inspiration. The property also has been a venue to advocacy groups who are passionate about civil and national issues. The house preserved the historical and cultural heritage of the Philippines, evolving into a place to nurture and embracing modern Filipinos, playing a creative and vital role in the community. The National Historic Commission of the Philippines declared the house as a cultural property on August 25, 2011. It is also a part of the Philippines National Historic Landmarks, which is a registry of historic sites in the Philippines that have been officially declared by the Philippine Registry of Cultural Property.
Physical characteristics. Bahay Nakpil-Bautista is a two-story Bahay na Bato style house. The outer walls of the house is painted white. The windows are Capiz shell sliding windows that allow light to enter the home. The entrance of the house are tall wooden gates with grills on the upper part. The zaguan is the first thing people will see entering the gates. On the right part was the clinic of Dr. Bautista. It is still in good condition, but it is now used as a storage. On the left side of the house is where people will be greeted by the stairs leading to the first floor. Next we have is the physical characteristics of the interior. The interior of the house uses dark wood flooring on both the first and second floor, and the walls are cream colored with light brown detailing, with some rooms having dark wood paneling on its walls. In the middle of the house is the original pure wooden stairs. The house has tall ceilings and calyados decorating the walls to help with the humidity and to make the house more brighter. Condition. Almost everything in the house is original except for some of the furniture which are just imitations of the originals. The majority of the house is still in good condition for an old house, but the parts that are damaged are the ceiling due to termites, bad weather, and deterioration due to old age. The walls are also affected as they are slowly warping due to the ceiling damage because of the bad weather. The kitchen has an unstable base, but they are now trying to fix its foundation. Surroundings. Located in Quiapo, Manila, Bahay Nakpil-Bautista is surrounded by the Catholic community, with the Quiapo Church located a few streets across Bahay Nakpil, and the Muslim community with multiple mosques scattered around the area of the house. Behind the house is a creek now polluted with many years of people throwing their trash into it. The creek flows to Estero de San Miguel and onto Pasig River. Because Bahay Nakpil has a rich community around it, the youth that hang around the area are sometimes invited to play and read books in one of the rooms on the first floor of Bahay Nakpil whenever there are less tours during Saturdays.
For interviewing of the locals, we got to interview Miss Maria Paz Nakpil Santos Viola, better known as Miss Bobby. Miss Bobby is a second generation from the branch of Julio Nakpil and Gregoria de Jesus. Her mother was their youngest daughter, Caridad, who married Carlos Antonio Santos Viola. We asked Miss Bobby to share any personal stories related to the house. The most memorable memories for her are during Christmas time in her childhood when they would gather together with her aunts, uncle, along with their respective families to celebrate Christmas. For her, the house stands for the richness of family, where they were taught the importance of family bonds, as well as keeping the concept of nationalism alive. She went on to share the different responsibilities and how they are managing and preserving the Nakpil-Bautista house. They have partnerships with the homeowners and stakeholders, not just to preserve the Nakpil-Bautista house, but also to preserve the local culture surrounding the house. They are continuing interfaith activities where Catholic, Christian, and Muslim religions are involved in teaching values on self-respect, nature, and respecting the environment. They are also in partnership with the non-profit organization Quiapo ng Puso Ko in preserving heritage and culture sites in proximity to Quiapo. They also offer to the children in the community, teaching reading awareness on other people, and they also teach traditional practices as a way of preserving them, such as traditional parol making, and she went to specify that they are not the plastic ones, and traditional palaspas making. She shared that she wishes to do a lot of activities and relay more participation from the community. However, she is old and would get physically and mentally tired from the lack of funding and how heavy of a responsibility it is. Another person that we got to interview was our tour guide, Miss Sandra. Miss Sandra is a 63-year-old who volunteers for the Nakpil-Bautista house. She has been a volunteer for the house for 10 years. When asked if she had any personal stories with the house, she said that the group that volunteers encouraged her to explore her different interests despite her age. One example is them encouraging her to showcase her paintings for the upcoming exhibit during Petrona Nakpil's birthday. For Miss Sandra, the house could stand for second chances. When asked what is her favorite part of the house, she says everything. However, the first feature of the house that comes to her mind when the Nakpil-Bautista is brought up is the front of the house, specifically the big wooden gate.
Ancestral homes comes with history and information. For this reason, it is crucial to preserve the original features that it came with. The details reflect the prominent figures that lived there, therefore proper documentation and research should be kept as a reference for maintenance. While it is important to preserve its authentic characteristics, it should also adhere to the building codes for both the safety of the visitors and to prolong its life and utilization. Hence, they should have monthly inspections to make sure that the property can be safely used. Balancing the historical and safety considerations can greatly help in preserving and educating the people on its history.